2 years ago today, the capital region was bracing for Hurricane Irene. It was a tropical storm by the time it made its way up to our area, but it still caused extensive damage to the capital region. Schoharie County, parts of Schenectady, Greene, and Montgomery counties suffered the most damage. Bennington, Vermont was also hit hard. The storm claimed 3 lives in the capital region, and on the second anniversary of Irene, recovery still continues. It's the first time this team has been back to Schoharie since Irene hit. They're volunteers from Otsego County, adults and teenagers.
We heard, that there's still a lot of work to do here, so we directed our energies here.
They're ripping out the floor and wiring in what used to be the Schoharie Village office building. It's the first time it's being touched since Hurricane Irene, so the volunteers are wearing masks and eye gear to protect themselves from mold. And down the street about a block away, here's the sign of the work that still needs to be done here in Schoharie. This house hasn't been touched 2 years after the storm, and it's right next door to this empty lot where a FEMA trailer once stood. About 66% of the homes hit by the flood in Schoharie are back, and the news is even better for the businesses.
We've had a lot of businesses return. Others have come into space and opened new businesses.
And about 10 miles away here in the town of Esperance on Priddle Road, 20 homes were wiped out during the storms 2 years ago. Only one home on Priddle Road is back, and there are signs of others rebuilding wood frames, foundations, but it's sparse. Cement blocks still mark property lines. The town is buying out several properties, 3 on this street alone, and the plan is to turn those properties into access points to the Schoharie Creek. But the buyouts mean the tax burden falls on the rest of the town's residents, and the town itself is still struggling and waiting to get more state and federal money.
Well, unfortunately, Sabrina, the situation is we're still owed money. I don't want to say
2 years later, you're still owed money.
Yeah, we had to fight like crazy. That's been the frustration, of trying to get the work done, helping the people in the town, and yet, just holding your hand out, waiting for the promises.
There's an event today in Schoharie to mark this 2-year anniversary. One thing they'll point out is the last year on the 1-year anniversary, 22% of the properties had been rebuilt. Today, on the second anniversary, it is more than 60% of the properties filled, so they've made significant progress there.
Yeah, they certainly have. But do you think the recovery is as far along as residents and even local leaders expected the day after the floods?
I think a year ago, they would say no, it's not as far along. But 2 years, they've learned a lot. They've learned patience. They've learned how long these things take. So a lot of them are happy with where they are. One thing that is not very positive, though, the Schoharie County Jail is still not operating 2 years later. They're still not open. If you recall, we have some video right now of surveillance cameras caught the water pouring into the jail. It destroyed part of it. And they have to send inmates to the Albany County Jail every day. It costs them $80 to do that. So that's still one thing that has not improved.
Well, as you say, patience may be the most important tool they can carry on a given day. Thank you, Sabrina, very much.